So Charleston White went on Say Cheese TV again for like the 1 millionth time. Those two are like Kobe and Shaq. Let's give them their props. Now, Charleston White went on there and spoke about the fact that Lil Boosie is a hypocrite for saying he would slap Kanye West because of the pain he's supposedly causing the black community. Let's look at it.
You know, with this whole situation.
He said he'll slap Kanye West. That's where he was wrong at, homie.
Yeah.
See, they think Kanye, why slap him for what, nigga? When you had a 15-year-old hitman, nigga, that murdered black people. Who next, Boosie? That little nigga had that tattooed on his chest. He killed so many black people for Boosie. Boosie Boo. The little kid got life without parole at 16 years old, my nigga. Juvenile life. A law that I fight to have abolished. A law that I fight personally, nigga, and work on with children in Angola. And Lil Boosie had a paid, hired hitman little boy that killed nobody but black people. Lil Marlo Mike in the back itching for a body is what he said. Why would he slap Kanye West, a man with biracial white children, embracing the concept and the notion that black and white lives matter? Why would they be mad at this man, homie?
Yeah, Boosie said on Twitter, you just gonna keep using this platform to shit on your own people?
You using yours, Boosie? Terrence? Your whole platform was about killing people, and you kill people, Boosie. Your whole rap career.
So Charleston White is on point. He's on point. How can y'all sit there and say you're going to slap Kanye West because of the pain he's causing his own race, or the fact that he's turning on his own race? Boosie's insinuating this idea that Charleston is turning on, not Charleston, that Kanye is turning on his own race. Boosie, your entire career is steeped in the blood of black people. Your entire career is built off of killing black people. You had hitters who were dedicated to killing black people. Your entire career is built up on that. You almost lost your entire life locked up behind bars behind killing black people. And Boosie, this is incredibly hypocritical of you, considering the fact that you were incredibly passionate about Lil Nas X promoting homosexuality to everybody, but specifically the youth through his music. You were extremely angry about that. But you know for a fact that Pooh Shiesty, you know for a fact that all of these big time rappers that came and went in the last 2 to 3 years, these drill rappers, these hyper street rappers, King Von, all of them, you know that they have the ears and minds of the youth and the eyes, because he who controls images controls minds. You had a problem with the imagery being presented to black youth by Lil Nas X. You didn't have a problem with the imagery presented to young black minds by King Von, Pooh Shiesty, Lil Durk, all of these other people. You don't have a problem with it. More than likely because you can relate to them. You've lived the same lifestyle as them. So you're a little bit more hesitant to criticize them. Still not an excuse. How can you sit there and talk about how destructive something is to the black community, and yet your career, everything about you that's brought you to the forefront of the people's eyes, is about the streets? How? How can you be okay with dudes rapping about the streets? How can you still glorify the street life? How can you still consider all of that to be you keep your children away from it, but you don't have a problem with these artists promoting that to the rest of the culture? You yourself, on multiple occasions in Vlad TV interviews, have glorified that lifestyle. In one interview, Boosie was talking about how, you know, all the real street shit Nipsey did, his kids need to get supported because of that. All the real shit he did. In other words, the street shit, the shit that destroys the black community. That's supposed to all of a sudden put a hedge of privilege and protection over his children. Boosie still glorifies this to this day, but wants to come at Kanye West because Kanye West wore a White Lives Matter shirt. So what? Kanye West is the most harmless rapper in history. The only person Kanye's ever been a threat to is himself. Kanye's egotistical episodes, because that's what they are at this point, Kanye's egotistical episodes only serve to harm him. Him and nobody else. Him and nobody else. So when I see people sitting there talking about the harm and the pain that Kanye is causing the black community, excuse me, but Meek, Diddy, when y'all were sitting there making millions of dollars a year for not just yourselves, but also the non-black people who signed your record deals or your contracts, when you were sitting there making those people millions of dollars and yourselves millions every single year, rapping about shit, putting out destructive, demonic imagery to black youth, where was your accountability? Nobody held you accountable. Nobody threatened to slap you across the face because of what you were rapping about. Nobody. Y'all had very comfortable rap careers rapping about bullshit. Nobody held y'all accountable. Now, all of a sudden, y'all want to hold people accountable. You want to hold them accountable because of a White Lives Matter shirt? But when y'all rapping about selling drugs and killing folk and shooting up this and shooting up that and this, that, and the third, it was cool. It was cool. Nothing wrong with it. Y'all didn't have a problem with it. But now, y'all have a problem. Because Kanye's wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Black lives don't matter to y'all. Y'all rap about extinguishing them every day. Y'all sign people who rap about extinguishing them every day. Y'all glorify the idea of extinguishing black life all the time. Let me guess. Black lives only matter when a white person takes that black life, right? I'm just telling the truth. Y'all can get mad at me, but it's the truth. Black lives only really ever matter to anybody. The only time they ever matter is when a pair of white hands takes that black life. I mean, we can dance around the truth all we want, but we all know the truth. Black people don't care about black life. We don't. That's why you got Boosie and all these other people getting mad at Kanye West for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, but they spent their entire careers glorifying killing one another. Lil Boosie allegedly had a 15-year-old hitman. Allegedly. And yet he's criticizing Kanye and saying he'll slap Kanye because of blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Like this hypocrisy is so telling about the mindset of the black community, where Kanye can sit there and go his entire career never rapping about shooting and killing anybody. The closest Kanye ever got to that point was with Drake, and they were threatening to kill each other like for years anyway. So, but Kanye never built his career or ever had an album, a full album, or any like major, like Kanye never ever rapped about this kind of shit. Kanye's never been a street rapper, never ever tried to poison the minds of black youth with drug selling and gangsterism. So how can Kanye receive the most amount of criticism for harming the black community out of all these rappers? Do y'all see the lack of logic from the community? Can y'all see why nobody takes the black community seriously, especially not black people? Do y'all see why black lives don't matter to black people? Is it any surprise that the community has the amount of chaos that it does? It's not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise to me. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.